Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm Obscuranjo PT, and for today what we have here is Tekken 7 finally coming to the PC. No, it's already on the PC, and it is developed by Bandai Namco, so Bandai Namco really like us now, and they are using Unreal Engine 4 to power up this game. So as for the settings, this is a very strange thing. I can only record Unreal Engine 4 games with Radeon Relive set to borderless. I can't record with full screen, and I noticed that this report over here is false. It says that I'm currently running the game at this resolution, and it's not true. When you are using borderless, you are using the native resolution of your screen, always and forever. It's not going to change. So basically this here is wrong. I'm running at 1080p, and if I compare the results with borderless with this reported resolution with the full screen 1080p, what I get is the exactly same frame rate. So what you are going to see here is 1080p and not that reported frame rate. Okay, keep that in mind. So the best settings to play this game that I did found out, to be the better settings to play this game with this graphic card, is to use the median settings, although I decided to add some anti-aliasing, and I set the textures to ultra because the game doesn't consume that much VRAM. So if you have a 2GB version of the HD 7850 or any of the graphic cards listed on the title, with 2GB you can use the ultra textures, and I might even say that you might actually can raise a little bit more of the resolution scaling, because with this resolution scaling what is happening is that we are currently playing the game at some sort of close to 900p. That is exactly what happens with the PS4. Okay, so what I'm going to show here today is me trying to play a little bit on two of the most demanding maps that I did found out of the game. So the two more demanding maps of the game for me, it was the Abandoned Temple, and also a map that have a volcano, which I don't remember too well the name. I think it was Grimstone and Fire. For me, this and the other map was the most demanding maps of the game, and so I used them to benchmark. So I decided to start a training season, and with this training season what really happens is you can just train for the time that whatever you want, because all the HP recovers, whatever from the enemy or from yours. So I'm just going to waste like 1 minute in this scenario, and then I'm going to switch to the Greenstone and Volcano, and after that what I'm going to do is play a little bit on arcade mode, where actually you can lose or win, okay, with other characters. Okay, so you can skip to whatever the place that you want by searching on the description of the video. Okay, so if you want to check the results without recording for the high settings or for the ultra settings, just check on the description of the video. There is also an Excel file with all the stuff on the description. It is called the detailed benchmark. If you click there, it's going to take you to an Excel file that shows you all the settings and all the stuff. And of course, if you want to support the channel, that it is via Patreon, PayPal, or if you are going to buy games on Kingwin, you can actually use that link in order to support the channel. So guys, that's all. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Desculpa, mas você vai ter que morrer.
Tu crois sûrement pas que tu peux me battre.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
KO. You win.
Você está me dando sono.
Get ready for the next battle.
Vamos lá. Eu vou chutar sua bunda até o inferno.
Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
KO.
Corre de volta pra
win.
sua mamãe.
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
KO. You win.
Você está me dando sono.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to the performance section of the video. So with the ultra settings, which is pretty much maxed out, what we have is an average of 48 and a minimum of 41. So it's not bad, but this game is the ones that are completely glued to 60 FPS. It's hard locked to 60 FPS, so if you don't run the game at 60, what happens is the game starts to play slow motion. So it's not the correct way to play, so you need to have the 60 FPS, and that is why I decided to go with the 75% resolution scaling, median settings, plus anti-aliasing and textures on ultra. On the 19% high, I decided to use textures on ultra, but all the rest is equal to the high settings, although the average is still 56. So that was on the Volcano. On the abandoned sample, the scenario is pretty much the same, but it seems that at 75% median settings there was a little bit of trepidation with the frame rate. It was strange because it wasn't really the graphic card or the CPU, so it might be just, I don't know, VRAM speed. I'm not really sure what happened, but it was anyway silky smooth. If it wasn't the FPS counter of the MSI Afterburner or Fraps, I wouldn't even noticed that there was a drop in there, so I could say that the game runs perfectly at 60 FPS with those settings. Unfortunately, yes, the 75% resolution scaling, what it makes is dropping the resolution more and less to 900p, which makes it very similar to the PS4, okay? So it seems that our graphic card can't really handle it. So looking to the consistency, what we have here is pretty much, as you can see, yes, The 75% median have a great advantage comparing to all the others. There is no doubt about it. And as for the other settings, with the textures on Ultra and these settings, the VRAM usage was around 1.4 gigabytes of VRAM. The RAM usage was around 4 gigabytes, so I'm not pretty sure, but maybe if you have only 4 gigabytes of RAM you might be able to play it, although I always recommend you to have at least 6 or 8, at least for this game. CPU usage was entirely fine, between the 20 and 35%. As for the GPU usage, it was hovering without recording between the 70 and the 80%, because the game was locked to 60 FPS, so that is why the GPU usage was not at its maximum, having like 15 to 30% of margin if the game needs to use more graphic card for a certain effect or special stuff that might happen. Okay, so that's all. This concludes my performance analysis about Tekken 7. Hope this video was helpful. So if you want to support the channel, it's the links on the description. Thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.